Hello creative friends, I'm Anastasia and welcome back to my channel. Christmas is almost here, so today I'm sharing some festive, thrifted, and DIY home decor. I'll show you my thrifted finds, how I styled them for Christmas, and some easy DIYs you can incorporate in your own holiday decor. Let's go! I actually couldn't believe my eyes when I came across this just sitting on the shelf all lonely at Goodwill. I just knew that I couldn't pass this up, especially when I saw that it was only $3.99. I believe it's made of real clay and it's very similar to rustic style jugs and vases that you can find in modern stores that sell for high dollar amounts. I really love that old world look that it has. To add a touch of Christmas, I want to do a stack of books, one of which is this gorgeous dark green Christmas Stories book, and I thought the gold lettering went well with the candlesticks. By the way, I got these candlesticks on clearance at Joann's. It was $2.97 for both of them, and I really love this brown color with the ribbed detail. You have probably noticed that bows are a big trend for Christmas this year, and I didn't think I would be that into them, but once I started adding them here and there around my house, I actually think they're super cute and are a really simple way to dress up so many types of decor around your house. I added some plastic grocery bags inside there, and I left a spot in the middle open so that I can slide this jar down into the center with some stems I picked from my yard. And I really love the Christmassy look that they give. I came across this large bowl at Goodwill for $2.99 and I really like the terracotta look of it and the natural distressing that it has. I actually debated on not getting this just because it does lean on the red side and I don't normally decorate with a lot of red, but then I realized this would be perfect for Christmas decor. So I'll be using this on my coffee table and styling some pine cones in it that I've collected from my yard. We have an eastern white pine tree and they make the most beautiful pine cones with white tips on them, so it kind of looks like it even has a little bit of snow on it. To fill the bottom of the bowl, I'll be putting down a couple of grocery bags and then covering them up with this spare piece of fabric that I had. This technique is really useful no matter what you're filling the bowl with because you don't need as much of that object to make the bowl look nice and full. To give it a little more color, I'm adding in some sprigs of pine needles just randomly here and there until I'm happy with how it looks. I think what would also look really good in here are some red berries to add a touch more color, or even some fairy lights for coziness. I was so excited when I found this mini Christmas tree for just $1.99 at Goodwill, and then I found this cute little ceramic pot also for $1.99 at Goodwill, and it just so happened to be the perfect size for this tree. The tree is pretty cute how it is, but this burlap is leaning a little bit too rustic for me, so I'd like to make it a little bit more my style, so I'm just going to remove that burlap and put this inside our new vase. I have this leftover fabric that I'm going to stuff into the top until I'm happy with it. And this is a really simple way to elevate a mini Christmas tree in just a few minutes. This vase was $2.99 and the beautiful color of it really blew me away. At first it looks black, but in the light, you can see that it's actually this really beautiful, deep plum color. It would be so beautiful as everyday decor, but also transitions well to Christmas if you like to decorate with a more subtle color palette. Of course, I'm adding a bow to this vase as well, which makes it even more festive. I'm also adding some fir stems that I picked from my backyard, and here's how it turned out. I was so excited when I saw this tiny oval frame at the thrift store for just $1. I was really impressed with this textured glass design. It's probably the most unique frame I've ever thrifted. What makes it even more unique is that the glass that goes in front of the picture is actually attached to the frame, so it's all just one piece. It's also pretty heavy, which makes me wonder how old it is because they truly just don't make them like this anymore. I made this little mistletoe art on Canva and I had it printed at CVS. This picture on the left is how it should have printed, but I think their printer may have had some toner issues, so it printed out just a bit lighter, but that's okay. It's still going to look really cute. So I popped that picture into the frame, and here's how it turned out. I also printed out this Christmas tree picture. This is also something that I made in Canva. I'll be putting it in this beautiful wood frame with the gold accent. I thrifted this frame in a box of frames that I got for $5 off Facebook Marketplace, and there were 2 of these in there. Definitely a beautiful frame. I had this little empty spot on my wall in the hallway, so I hung it there, and now it adds a beautiful festive touch that makes me smile every time I walk by. I want to try out making a dried citrus garland for the first time this year because I've been seeing it everywhere online where people use them for garlands, ornaments, bowl filler, and wreaths. The list goes on. You can use many different types of citrus. I'm using lemons, but you can also use oranges, blood oranges, and grapefruit. Each of them will come out to be a different color, so you can experiment with which colors you like best. What I like about dried lemons is that they actually turn a really dark color that looks really good if you want a more neutral color scheme. I cut them to be about 1/4 of an inch thick, and this next step is optional, but I'm coating them with some powdered sugar because I read somewhere that it gives them a glassy effect once dried. But I think if I tried this again, I would skip this step because they ended up just being a little bit sticky. I baked mine at 200 degrees for 4 to 5 hours. I have this old Sam's Club garland that I got from my grandma, and she said she bought it at least 12 years ago, so I wanted to see if I can give it a new life. I honestly didn't expect the lights to work, but they are still going strong, and oh my gosh, they're making me so excited for Christmas. So I'm gonna start by taking off all of these old pieces of decor that don't go with my style, because it's definitely giving early 2010s right now. But I could tell from the bones of this garland that it has the potential to be really beautiful and modern looking because it does have several different types of greenery, which of course makes it look more realistic and more full and textured. If you're redoing an old garland that you have at home, I definitely recommend getting some wire cutters. Some of the decorations I was able to twist off the wires by hand, but a lot of them are just so hard to get to the wires, so the wire cutters really come in handy. It already looks amazing after just taking off the existing decor. This is how the lemons turned out. So like I said, they do turn a pretty dark color, although you can take them out before they get quite this dark. But I wanted to make sure mine were good and dry, and I really like the color they came out to be. I'm just using a large sewing needle and some black yarn to thread them through each of the lemon slices. To attach the garland to my mantle, I'm using these command hooks with the metal hook, and I'm just following the instructions to install those properly. If you find that it's difficult to fit your wreath in the command hook, you can use some twine or ribbon or wire to make a loop around your garland and then hang that on the command hook. The easiest way to hang it evenly is to find the middle and hang that first, then do the left or right sides. And 3, 2, 1. It's so beautiful. Christmas lights just make me so happy. So this is the garland all by itself, and now I'll just add in the lemon garland we made. I did the same technique of finding the middle and hanging that, and then hanging the sides. I really love the way the lights shine through each slice. I finally understand why so many people have been raving about citrus garland, because it truly is so beautiful and so inexpensive and easy to make. For some mantle decorations, I went ahead and tied 2 of these bows, which I'll put on my candlesticks. So I'm just using a bread tie here to loop into the back of the bow and making a circle that fits around my candlestick. I really love these candles. I got these taller ribbed ones as well as these shorter ones, all from Joann's in their clearance section. So each pack of 2 cost $2.97. The ribbed ones are a great dupe for these more expensive ones that I found on Wayfair that are $50 for a pack of 4. I am so happy with how this area turned out, and I just love this more earthy Christmas theme that incorporates browns and deep reds and citrus. This is definitely my favorite area of the house right now. I hope that this video has inspired you to jump into or continue your Christmas decorating for this season. I also want to say thank you to my incredible community. I'm so happy to have all of you here. I recently hit 12,000 subscribers, and that blows my mind every day, so thank you for being here. I wish you all a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you very soon in the next one. Bye guys.